Hello my fellow audience, welcome to my cabin. My name is Levi and I'm a VTuber who will read you a story for today. Well. Chad, I think there's a Hoiver spy that listens to me. Because every time I always mention about something that I'm like waiting for. Like, for example, I just say that I'm gonna wait, I wonder when the trailer's gonna come out. And then all of a sudden when I end the stream, Hoiverse just drops the trailer right after I said it. I'm like, really? Octavian, welcome to the stream, welcome. So, out of nowhere, Hoiverse just dropped the Snezhnaya teaser. And literally yesterday, I literally talked about how, like, when the Snezhnaya teaser is gonna be dropped. I literally talked about it. I said that when is Hoiverse gonna drop the teaser? Like, when are they gonna like, are they gonna like drop it maybe later? Like, when are they gonna do it? Like, when's it gonna happen? When's it gonna happen? And then when it was 12 a.m. they dropped the teaser. Yeah, it was out of nowhere though. Like, well, I think right as I saw like the post of the teaser though, I went to scroll a little bit and I saw how people like predictions or like leakers or something. I have no idea. And yeah, it was like out of nowhere. Ooh, hold on. There's actually a video that I want to watch, but we're gonna watch the teaser. We're gonna like rewatch the teaser and analysis everything, and let's do, we know what we should do. Hold on, I'm gonna keep playing the music. We should do a prediction. Let's do a prediction of who's gonna be 4-star or who's gonna be a 5-star. Hold on, let me look up Snezhnaya cast. And just right as we watch the teaser, why is this picture so blurry? Hold on. So I'm trying to find a perfect image. I can't find it. Like, most of these images are like blurry now. What the heck? Come on. Here. Save. Boom. And anything else? Wait, do they not have with the Fatui? Hold on, I'm trying to find the pictures with the Fatui as well. Not seeing anything. Wait, Oh, actually, maybe on second thoughts. Hold on a minute. I think I have it somewhere else. Maybe it's right around here. Give me a second. I'm trying to find the images right before we watch the trailer. Ooh, better yet, I should use these. Ooh, actually, better yet, why not I use these images as well? Here, do that. And hold on, let me delete this. And then let me also save this one as well. Because it has their names as well. So, there we go. We got it. I got it. Oh man, like at this point, let's just like, I know like I always say this every time, but every time a nation teaser, like the nation drops a teaser, everyone's always like, alright, let's just get to it already. Let's skip this version, move on to the next one. And also, in case you guys didn't notice, apparently the Song of the Welcome Moon title is going to be gone for now since we're no longer in Nodcry, which is going to be sad. I really enjoyed the little title teaser, you know? Alright, do I have everything set? Wait, I got the images. Check. Alright. Alright. Think we're all good to go. And we switch over here. I got the formula. Not formula, but the video. I don't know why I said formula. And we do. I've already watched it, but I want to rewatch it.
I heard that the rules that govern this world are all essentially curses.
If it's a little loud, let me know.
So to live by the rules means to suffer under the sum of all curses.
Are you talking about the snowstorms? Or Project Snezhnaya? Or the Tsaritsa?
Let's go. Before Lilik makes a move.
Ooh, upon rewatching it, I did not notice her when I first saw this teaser. I didn't even see her. I also gotta remember the characters' names as well, which is tough. I'm opening my PS5 now to play Genshin Impact and NT while I watch you. Ooh, nice. It's good.
Well,
It is amazing.
There's only two options.
A not Capitano, but close.
Or... Were you going to say follow them? Get used to them? It's neither.
Ooh, I just noticed a huge shift of an art style. I didn't even realize that.
We find a way to transcend the rules.
Now moving on to the
Regarding the
VTubers
motion
that we've already
to
met.
extend Project Snezhnaya, if there are no further objections.
I have an objection!
We see the NPCs in the background, we see the designs.
I object!
Oh my.
Search the area! We are the Snezhnaya, and it is our honor to serve the Tsaritsa.
We got royal guards that are serving the Tsaritsa. Is it me or did she give me? I don't know what the character name is. She's from Zenlin Zone Zero, the Shark Maid. I don't know what her name is, but she gives me like her design gives me familiarities to her.
This is a peaceful age.
Ooh, this dude, my jaws dropped the floor when I saw him. Hi there, welcome to the stream, welcome.
Wait, the Kresnik's torch?
Ooh, and everything froze. We're gonna need a big jacket.
And then the heavenly principle spoiled our love.
Ooh, after the trailer's over, I want to at least rewatch and give like analysis on everything once we finish rewatching it, because there are like a lot of things I tend to notice that I didn't realize until people pointed out.
I almost doubt whether it was ever true at all.
There she is, the Tsaritsa, our Cryo Archon. I think I need to rewatch Frozen. Cause I like saw
One
people
should
like
not throw
compare her
fragile
to
driftwood
Elsa
to a
because of
drowning
like how
person.
anything she touches like she
Nor
froze
give the
them.
illusion of warmth to those freezing to
I don't know
death.
about that guy. He reminded me of Red Rear. Ooh, really?
Death
He
is
reminded
not
me
the
like
enemy of love.
like Nebula mix.
The real
I'll have to get
enemy
my analysis on that.
is the blessings given by
I got a new
deluded
single coming
gods.
hopefully on June 30th this year, and I finish a new music video, and all I need to do is get my sound bait. Ooh, nice. Awesome. You're all the Gnosis, and all that's missing is the Pyro one. I'm gonna need I'm gonna
Good
need
move.
someone who's a chess nerd, who's like a
Still,
chess nerd,
I do hope
and let
you
me know
truly understand
of
the
what
nature of the
each
game
Gnosis
you're
chess
playing.
are based off. That's the end, right? Yep, that's the end. Like, for those who don't know what I mean, like, so these are the Gnosis. They're actually based off real life chess pieces, and this is Venti's Gnosis. his gnosis, like his gnosis is based off the queen's gnosis. This is Zhongli. Zhongli's gnosis is based off the king. And Raiden, I don't know which chess is based off. Same thing goes for Dendro and Hydro. It's also our first time seeing Hydro. I actually did see the Dendro gnosis because this was, believe it or not though, this was actually leaked. This was actually leaked, like the Dendro one, the green one. This was leaked, the design, but many people didn't know if that leak was real or not. But we have not seen the Hydro. This is our first time seeing the Hydronosis. And also the Cryonosis. And all that's missing is the Pyronosis, which is currently missing. And hold on. Okay, so I did saw a post. Someone like made a post of the way the Gnosis are placed. And according to chess lore and something, I don't know anything about. I'm good at chess, not Gnosis. Ooh, imagine. Wait, hold on. I might Google if there's like a Gnosis, if we can like use Gnosis. Imagine like, oh, can you imagine if you go to a chess game and you bring your Gnosis? Does that count or not? Let it go, let it go. Oh my god. Let it go, let it go. I don't remember the song though, but I can already see the fan arts of the Saritsa as Elsa from Frozen and singing Let It Go. Alright, so far, incredible. In freaking incredible. This is the character we actually are our Electro character. We actually saw him in the first. Excuse me, I had to mute my mic because I burped. We actually like saw him in the first trailer of Snezhnaya when we saw Traveler with the gun. And also, this gives me heavy Fontaine vibes. Isn't me? Does this give me like Fontaine vibes? Like the stadium, everything when I first saw it. And what else? Oh yeah, the music. I want to talk about like the music. Hold on a second. Like,
Death is not the enemy of love.
dang, I want to like rewatch this just to listen to music.
Whether it was ever
Dude,
true
the music
at all.
sound amazing. Ooh. Oh my dude, I love the music. Alright, like there's gonna be like ooh, like there's like a lot of analysis. And I gotta like pull up the characters as well though. I actually have the images of the characters ready. But yeah, here are the cast. And also speaking of, I don't know if you guys noticed, I didn't know this either, but they actually changed Renova's design. In case you didn't know, like the view, her view, I forgot, I don't know what they're pronounced or what they're called though, but I know what they are. They actually changed it. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can pull up the image of Renova. Hold on. I'm gonna look up Renova back shots. Might just look up Renova back shot. Is this a HD image? Nice. All right. Don't mind me. I'm like currently saving. What the Adobe? How do I can get out of here? Sorry, something popped up. All right. There we go. Hold on. Let me pull up. And this is this one, right? Yes, there we go. And hold on. Can I? Boom. So guys, do you notice any changes? What are some changes do you guys notice? What are the changes you guys notice? Do you see any changes? Like, there's something change? Like, does it look the same? What does it look? Anything else? Hmm. Well, wait, can we like, wait, is there a way to add shapes in, hold on, color. Oh, what the heck did I just pull up? Sorry. Oops, I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can like draw on OBS. I saw a color. Oops. My bad. Alright, so in case you guys didn't know, so dang, I really need a marker. I need a marker though. We are same, but different. Yeah. Okay, so the back of her like hair, her hair, and along with the dress, like these like feather dress. Cause this one like the color is black and it's been changed to like reddish. It's like showing more red. And of course her veil, like she only has one veil. And in this one she has like two of them. One is white and like cause this one used to be like clear like a see-through, and this one is now it's like black or something. Yeah, it's definitely like black. I need like a clear image of it. Along with like the back piece of her hair though. That one's changed. Yeah, I didn't even notice until someone figured that out. And also the photo. Wait. Oh yeah, hold on. So you guys see the photo she's holding? You see the photo she's holding? Watch the photo. Watch the photo closely. The photo splits, and the first half shows the Tsaritsa and her son. And the question is, who was in the second photo? It's definitely gotta be her husband, though. It's obviously her husband, who is probably their descender, so. The Frozen reference is why I said let it go. Yeah, I actually noticed that. But man, oh man, and I think that's all the characters. Yeah. And let me just pull up something. Let me pull up the characters very quickly, like the cast. Oh, wait. Oops, sorry. Alright. Boom. I'm probably gonna cover myself. You can't even see me. Or I could just like show them one at a time. It's like, dang, I gotta clear my photo library. It's like mass, holy crap. Here, let me do this. And is there a way to make this one smaller so you guys can see me? Or probably not. Wait. Is there a way? Hold on. Hold on a second. I think I'm blocking myself in the way. I don't think you can... Nope. Oh, let me get my water real quickly. I'm like a little thirsty. Alright. I'm gonna give Joker my money so he'll stop calling me at 3 a.m. What? So, oh, actually, maybe it's better if I like zoom in so you can like see their, wait, there we go. So I can like see their names a little closer. So far, oh yeah, I was gonna say like the bingo game. So this is Vodianista Aloyosha Odete. I'm gonna have trouble pronouncing the names though, because I don't know like how to pronounce like Russian inspired names and stuff. Those of you who don't know, Snezhnaya is actually based off of Russia itself. Though like most nations, like Mondstadt's based off Germany, Liyue's based off China, Inazuma's based off Japan, and so on, so on. Yeah. Anywho, I don't have any more ideas. I have to go. Have a good rest of stream. Thanks for coming by, though. Hope you have a great rest of your day, Kaide. Thanks for coming by. Looking forward to the new music video. So let's do it. Oh wait, can I like put up tags or not? All right. Is there a way? So that way we can like do. Here. There we go. And why is it like? What? There we go. Oh, why does OBS suck? This does not look good. Nope. There you go. Here, let me see. And is there a way? Oh, it's probably gonna take a while though. Actually, you know what? Screw this. I was gonna do this the hard way. Sorry guys, so the plan was is I'm supposed to like label like each number of which character's 4-star or 5-star with the OBS text, but that sounds like a pain in the butt to do, so ignore that. So Vodyanista is definitely 5-star material. Although, I don't know about Alyosha, like this Electro character. Because knowing Genshin and their histories, when it comes to... Sorry, I just heard a door open slam loudly. When it comes to like male characters, they tend to be 4-star or 5-star. I don't know, like... It feels like... Isn't me? He's like giving me... either 4-star or 5-star vibes. I'm not sure. It's more of a mix. I can't tell if he's gonna be 4-star or 5-star. This character, Odette, she's definitely giving me 4-star vibes. I might as well say she's giving me like 4-star vibes. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting like 4-star vibes from her. Now I actually did notice a lot of people say that if Puccinella or Pantalone are playable, because we already know Arlecchino, Sandrone, Tartaglia, they're 5-stars. A lot of people speculate that both these guys might be 4-stars, or actually no, some people speculate that Pantalone is 4-stars. I'm like, really? Because I'm not sure if Hoyoverse is gonna turn a harbinger, a Fatui harbinger, into a 4-star. Because like the Fatui harbingers are like the most important individuals in the game and the most important group, so I don't know about that. I'm not sure about 4-star though, because that seems a little weird if you ask me. Or I don't know though, if Hoyoverse does make Pantalone or Puccinella a 4-star, that, I don't know. 5 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars. Oh, the first 3? Yeah, I can see that, yeah. Vodyanista is definitely 5-star. Aloysia is 4 stars. Same thing goes with Odette. She's definitely 4-star. Now, moving on to the next one. Alright. One. There we go. Moving on to the next one. Got strong. Oh, wait, where's. Oh, wait, we forgot. Wait. I forgot. Wait, we forgot the janitor. He was. Wait. We got the janitor. Hold on. Not a janitor, but Capitano's wannabe character. Forgot about him. I don't know why he wasn't featured. There he is. If I could get a clear image. Come on, Google. Google, if you're gonna give me blurry images, I'm going to destroy you. Google, don't you dare F this up for me. If you give me blurry images, I will destroy you. There we go. That's where he is. I was like, where? Wait, I didn't even see him. So, this is Valerie, and Well, since most of these names are like definitely Russian inspired, because Snezhnaya is based off Russia, I gotta like practice my Russian pronunciation. Well, so he's definitely 5-star. That is easily a 5-star material. Easily 5-star material. This guy's definitely, oops, 5-star material. If Hoiverse does not make him a 5-star, I don't know, they're just like missing out. It's like that, I don't know, that's easily a 5-star character. That's a 5-star energy right there. 5-star vibes, everything. Nice. Alright, moving on to the next one. Alright, let's see, we got our last one though. We have Vesna, Danica, Noi, Mitya, and of course the Tsaritsa, aka Anastasia Fedorevna Snezhnaya. Vesna is I was gonna say 4 stars, but there's a chance that because if you look closely, hold on, let me like zoom in very quickly. If you look closely, she has the stellar, I don't know, I forgot what they're called already. The stellar thing that Sandrone has, the stellars, which are like the rarest elemental abilities in Tevat. So maybe, I think because she has that, I think because she has a stellar, Hoiverse is gonna make her a 5-star. I don't know. I think there's a chance though. I was gonna say 4-star, but there's a chance they might make her a 5-star. You know? I mean, hey, Emily was a 5-star, so. Not saying that I hate Emily. Don't worry. I don't like hate her though. You know? It's just that I don't know why. I just like blame Hoiverse, you know, for making her forgettable. All right. Danica is definitely a 5-star character. I could definitely see Hoiverse making Danica a 5-star, because she does give me that vibe. She does give me the vibes of being a 5-star character. And hold on, let me see if I know this. Hold on, I'm gonna look up Shark Girl Zenlin Zone 0. So I don't know her name, because she gives me that vibes. Ellen Jo, that's her name. Gotcha, Ellen Jo. I don't know why, but she gives me Ellen Jo vibes from Zenlin Zone 0. Might be because of the maid and the eyes and the vibes. I think it's the vibes itself. But I could definitely see her being a 5-star character. I think she could easily be a 5-star character. I could see Hoiverse making her a 5-star character. I could see that happening. Now this guy, Noi, easily 5-star. That is a 5-star character material. If they make him, I swear, if Hoiverse make this guy a 4-star character, I will be a little upset if you ask me. Cause bro, like my eyes and jaw exploded when I first saw this man. Like, look at him. Like, he's like giving me Nebulette vibes. He's also an elf. I just realized Vesna's an elf, and he's also an elf too. Same thing goes for Tsaritsa. If you guys didn't notice, she's an elf because she has like elf ears, like. But man. Definitely 5-star character. Hoiverse better make him a 5-star character. If they don't, the community will be mad. The community are going to be upset if they do not make this guy a 5-star character. I also want to like bring up Renova. Hold on, where is Renova? Let me see. There she is. She definitely showed up in the teaser as well. Noi reminds me of Rareo combined with Zhongli. Same here, like, he gives me, I say like Nebulette vibes. I think it gives me like Nebulette's vibes. Because he's got like the suits, the manners, and everything. I think it's the manners as well. Now onto our little young boy, Mitya. Mitya seems to be a 4-star character. I think Mitya would definitely be a 4-star character. I could definitely see him being a 4-star character. Maybe. I could definitely see that. I could definitely see him being a 4-star. Now moving on to Tsaritsa, who is obviously gonna be a 5-star character because she's an Archon and all that. So yeah, that is the cast, and we got one more character I want to bring up. Hold on a second. Ooh, hold on, I don't have the right image files. Hold on a second. Give me a second. I'm trying to find. Apparently, I didn't have the right image files. You gotta be kidding me. There we go. And let's see if this works. Bingo. Wait, I have something. Did I? There we go. There we go. So, last but not least, Renova, the ruler of death, the shade of death. Now, I did notice a lot of people say how she could be playable, but I don't know though. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure if Holyverse is ever gonna make a shade who's like related to like the Heavenly Principle a playable character. Not to mention that she's also like the main reason why most people from Conria are turned into Hilichurls and most are cursed with immortality. So I don't know, like I actually just don't see us befriending her. I'm not sure. When a character is playable, it means that we like befriended them. So I'm not sure if she's ever gonna be playable or not though. I'm also a little curious how she's gonna like be in the story, like how she's also like gonna like what is her role exactly? What role is she gonna play in the story? Along with Nibirius, who you guys didn't notice. Hold on, let me look up Ryan. Ryan daughter. Hold on. I might as well like pull up. I'm gonna take a screenshot of her because she did make an appearance. There we go. Ryan daughter, and of course the shades. And oh wow, I just realized both shades. There's a chance that both shades might make an appearance in Snezhnaya though. That'd be question is, what element would it be? For who? Wait, for who exactly? Like, because honestly, like, I was not expecting to see Ryan daughter at the end of the trailer. That like caught me off guard. So like, how exactly? Because we actually got a teaser of the 4 shades and we all thought they were gonna show up in Odd Cry, but it didn't happen. So maybe there's a chance they could show up in Snezhnaya and possibly give us answers of where Asmodee is. Because for those who don't know, Asmodee, the god that we met, the unknown god we met at the beginning of the game, the opening cutscene, is currently missing. Like, we don't exactly know where she is though. So yeah, to these, Granddaughter? I'm not sure. Renova? Renova is like giving me. I'm not. I don't actually see her cryo. She's giving me like pyro vibes. So if they ever become playable, then maybe. So yeah. Oh my gosh, Shaq, can you imagine? I actually saw a post where someone like made a joke where how there's gonna be a Mondstadt event. There's gonna be like a Mondstadt event that takes place after the Heavenly Principles and the Shade Gods are like completely destroyed and Teyvat is on the brink of collapse. And then they're like, oh yeah, that happened. Anyway, let's play hide and seek. I can definitely see that happening. Like, that's gonna happen. I guarantee you it's gonna happen. I saw a joke made about that. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention that Saritsa's weapon. She had like a stab, which means that she might be a polearm character. Ooh, that'd be like interesting, you know? There's a chance of her being like a polearm character, so that'd be cool. Also, I can't help but notice that there's like a theory video that was dropped by Minsleeve, who is a Genshin content creator that makes theory videos and lore videos. I highly recommend checking out Minsleeve's video because they're like amazing. Ooh, should we watch it? Ooh, like, should we watch it or what? It's like 20 minutes long. You know what? I actually was not planning on that. Hold on, let me like... play it and then... boom. And there's like ads play. I definitely need premium to like get rid of YouTube ads. They're like a little annoying though. I guarantee you not like chat. There's like, they added like 3 ads, which I'm like, are you serious? 3 ads? Come on, YouTube. Why? He used to be goated. YouTube used to be so good. They had like YouTube Rewind and stuff like that. Alright. Yes? Alright, perfect. Here we go. Alright, another theory video, and we watch. What is it that she's been cooking?
What if the laws of Teyvat itself are what's hurting people? That's the question we've been grappling with for almost 6 years now. And Snezhnaya has always felt like the place where we would finally go to war with Celestia, with the rules of this world, and most importantly, with the Heavenly Principles.
Yep, and that's why I've been looking for, because I feel like that's why I've been looking forward to Snezhnaya, because like Snezhnaya is like the only nation that is currently rebelling against the Heavenly Principles, and the fact we're entering there means there's a chance for us to like maybe join alongside. Like, I actually don't see us fighting the Saritsa and the Fatui. Because the main enemy of Genshin is not the Fatui, but the Heavenly Principle, and maybe the Abyss as well, because the Abyss is also there.
And that question sits at the heart of Snezhnaya's new teaser, Transcendence. The Saritsa seems to believe that Teyvat's current world order is built on rules that are cruel by design. Rules that decide who gets to live, who has to suffer, what memories are allowed to be remembered, and what people's fates are supposed to be. But Project Stuja might be her attempt to find a way out of this messed up world. If the dreaded Project Stuja is meant to free Teyvat from a broken system, the teaser makes it clear that Snezhnaya is unfortunately the one paying the price first. The country's already divided over this project, and there are people who want it to stop. But when we get to the
I actually
story,
did notice.
I think we start to...
I actually noticed that when we saw Puccinella and he like talked about Project Stuja and if anyone are against it, we saw a couple people standing up and they're like against Project Stuja. I like noticed that. I forgot to mention that though, but I didn't even realize that. Wow.
To understand why she sees this world so differently. The Saritsa doesn't think death is the worst thing that can happen to someone. There may be something worse. Tragedy shaped her entire view of the world. She's a mother, she had a child, and whatever happened to her family may be why she hates the idea of divine blessings so much.
Yeah, and that could explain why she wanted to rebel against the Heavenly Principle, because of like her son, her family, her like husband, or like possibly like curse or kill or something. Yeah.
Today, we're doing a full lore analysis and breakdown
Also,
of
I'm actually
Genshin's
gonna
brand new
keep pausing a
Transcendence
lot
teaser.
though,
Our
just to
first
talk
real
about
look
it.
at Snezhnaya and the story ahead. Then we'll get into all the juicy theories, like who is the father of the Saritsa's child and more. To understand the Saritsa's plan,
I actually like how that's actually like the topic people are talking about. When everyone saw her son, everyone is literally like screaming, debating like, who is the father though? Is it their descendant or who is it?
we have to start with the person who tells us what this entire story is about. Vodyanitsa. Yes, my daughter, Lohan's sister, our family's growing. The teaser opens with Vodyanitsa performing on stage. She's the prima soprano of the Korolevsky troupe, and she's also a stolen fae. Narratively,
Wait,
she
is
kind of
she?
sits
I didn't
at
even
this
notice her
interesting
ears.
intersection between Snezhnaya's public culture and entertainment and its ancient mysterious history. Love
Wait,
that
was
for
it
her.
mentioned?
She says
Really?
the
I
rules
didn't
that
know.
govern this world are all essentially curses. So to live by the rules means to suffer under the sum of all curses. This is basically an underlying theme we can expect in Snezhnaya's Archon quests. The
Yep.
people of Teyvat are living under a system they might not even fully understand. And eventually, someone's going to reach a point where they decide they can't keep living under those rules anymore. Then Alosha asks if she's talking about the snowstorms, Project Stuja, or the Saritsa, which are the core problems we're about to encounter. Snezhnaya is cold, harsh, and difficult to survive in. Its people have to live with hunger, danger, isolation, and a landscape that can quite literally kill them at any time. I'm getting flashbacks to Dragonspine. The cold doesn't care whether someone's kind, innocent, or loving. It just takes what it takes. Then there's Project Stuja, which has become a major problem due to the choices made by the Fatui. The way resources, safety, military power, and even people's futures can be controlled by leaders who are so far above them that ordinary people have no real say in what happens next. And then Alosha brings up the Saritsa herself, which is sad to think about. Does that mean Snezhnaya's ruler is also part of the problem? But Vodyanitsa seems to be talking about the deeper rules of Teyvat itself. The heavenly principles build Teyvat's current world order around laws of fate, life, death, time, space, etc. It governs Teyvat through an imposed system of laws that can be enforced through curses. So when people defy the order, they get cursed. We've heard about curses a lot in Genshin. The curse of immortality and the curse of the wilderness being the biggest. The clearest example of them is Conria. After the cataclysm, the people of Conria were punished. Pure-blooded Conrians were cursed with immortality, while others were transformed into monsters named Hilichurls. And the horrifying part is not just that people died. For some of them, death was taken away. They were forced to keep existing while their bodies and minds slowly broke down. With the curse of immortality, survival isn't always mercy. Sometimes survival itself is the punishment. Just imagine being immortal, watching everyone you love grow old and die while you're forced to keep living in a world that feels more and more unfamiliar to you with every passing year. And I think that may be a setup for a huge part of the Saritsa's story. Later in the teaser, she says that death is not the enemy of love. That's such a strange thing to say unless she's seen something worse than death. The true horror of Teyvat is that there's a system or authority deciding who can live, who must die, what memories matter, what kind of love is allowed, what fates people are allowed to have, and what price they must pay for divine blessings. So how do we fully break out of the system? In the teaser, Alosha pulls a gun on someone in the audience. Valyrie stops him and they start fighting. Alosha seems to call on wolves and Valyrie's shadow becomes a bear. And while they're distracted, Odette slips behind the target with a knife. There seems to be a rebellion brewing and Alosha and Vodyanitsa might be part of it. Alosha might actually be Alosha Dmitrievich, who was first mentioned in Nodcry. He was a lightkeeper assigned to the Snowfield Falcons investigation squad, but he was later suspended after being caught drunk while on sentry duty and reassigned to logistical work. It's not confirmed that they're the same person yet, but it's worth noting. In a brief history of the Pale Starborn, King Mstislav's bear-shaped skull is preserved in the Zapolyarny Palace treasury, while the wolf-like Volkodlak clans were part of the ancient conflict that shaped early Snezhnaya. Alosha's wolves and Valyrie's shadow turning into a bear might be a callback to Snezhnaya's ancient history in which the Belitsar defeated King Mstislav's fake coalition. The Belitsar was the first cryo-archon, right before the Tsaritsa. Speaking of Snezhnaya's history, there's also Vesna and the Druzhna. Before Anastasia became the Tsaritsa, the Belitsar ruled over Snezhnaya, where the Snowland Fae held most of the political power. The Fae princes governed their own territories, while the Belitsar could muster the Druzhna as one of his forces. But after the Belitsar died, many of those Fae princes refused to recognize Anastasia's authority. Instead of calling on the Druzhna, Anastasia established the Fatui and used them to conquer the prince's lands, strip them of their authority, and bring the north under her control. A few years later, she created the Snezhnograd Veke to handle the administration left behind by the old Fae rulers. The Druzhna represent the Snezhnaya that existed before the Fatui became the Tsaritsa's main military. Their return could mean Project Stuzha has become too serious for the Fatui to handle alone. Or maybe the Tsaritsa needed a force that answers to her personally rather than just the Fatui. It could also mean the Snowland Fae are moving back toward the center of Snezhnaya's politics after centuries of being pushed aside.
We interrupt this lore spiral to bring you news from today's sponsor.
Today's video is sponsored by Aniva.
So far,
Aniva
like,
makes topping up your
Snezhnaya is definitely setting up
easy. And yes,
for
they've
an
got all the
incredible
flavors titles,
story that no one is
Here's how it works.
expecting.
Just search Genshin Impact on Aniva's top-up page, choose a server you play on, and enter your UID.
It's like,
and boom, that's it. No login and no password
I'm lost for
required.
words, though, honestly, because I don't know what to expect from
and the best part,
Snezhnaya, but so far in this video, like, wait, how long are we into this video?
Primo Gem Pack, I can go to orders and hit claim, and cashback will be added to your account. When that balance is Aniba for your Columbina, and future Nodcry polls, use a link in the description and pin comment
like
down
20
below.
minutes long.
Thank you
we
once
haven't
again,
even
Aniba,
got to the
for sponsoring
juicy
today's
detail
video.
parts
so,
yet.
if we follow the rules, we accept fate, divine punishment, and basically let the gods decide what's good for us. But let's say we overthrow them, destroy Celestia, and the gods enforcing its order. That creates another problem. If someone destroys Celestia only to become the next person deciding the rules and fate, then nothing's really changed, right? For example, right now, the Irminsul is no longer managing fate, which leaves room for someone else to take control of it, potentially. So our only option is transcending the rules. In simple terms, transcendence means creating a world where people no longer need a god's permission to be free, which is where the Traveler probably steps in. But what about the Tsaritsa? Not only is she trying to defeat Celestia, she might be trying to create a future where no one gets to rule another person's life. Project Stuzha might be her way of accomplishing that, but there are problems. Project Stuzha is one of the Fatui's biggest and most expensive plans. It has used so many resources that Snezhnograd is reportedly running low on supplies. The teaser adds that Stuzha has a deadline or renewal cycle, and Pulcinella wants to extend it. But this is no longer a private Fatui decision because the Council or Veke openly object. Every city in Snezhnaya is built around Kresnik's torch, which provide the heat and energy that allow people to survive in a nation this cold. But suddenly, the torch has frozen over. We don't know if Project Stuzha specifically caused the torch to fail, but it could be a consequence of it. So what could Project Stuzha possibly be trying to accomplish that is worth risking the entire infrastructure of the nation collapsing?
Good
Stuzha means
question.
severe cold, and a strong theory I have for this is that Project Stuzha is meant to create a temporary state of suspension. Stasis, or preservation. It'd be a moment or situation where the heavenly principles can't react normally. Cryo fits the idea of preservation perfectly. Ice can preserve something that would otherwise decay. It can hold something in place for a certain amount of time or forever. So Project Stuzha may be trying to create a situation where Celestia can't immediately punish, retaliate, or suppress whatever the Tsaritsa is trying to do. Project Stuzha also involves something called Mistletoe. Mistletoe is the name of an ancient sword from Norse legend. It originally belonged to Thrain, an undead king. Genshin's Capitano is also named Thrain, and like the figure from the myth, he's been denied a normal death after Renova cursed him with immortality. The connection is probably intentional. In Natlan, Capitano defeated Renova by using her own rule against her. He forced her rule over death to contradict itself. That might be what transcendence looks like on a smaller scale. And maybe this is the kind of weakness in the heavenly principle system that the Tsaritsa was trying to find. I'd like to believe that Capitano was testing a theory of hers, but his actions in Natlan may have shown that even divine rules can be turned against the gods who made them. Speaking of the Tsaritsa, I can't believe we're finally seeing the Tsaritsa.
Bro,
I'm
it's
actually
been
really happy she's an original design and not an
years.
XP. Her full name is Anastasia Feodorovna Snezhnaya.
She looks
Anastasia comes from the Greek word
incredible.
Anastasis, meaning
love
resurrection.
her design.
Her name could be a reference to Grand Duchess Anastasia, the daughter of Russia's last Tsar, whose death became surrounded by rumors that she had somehow survived. Or Anastasia Romanovna, Russia's first Tsaritsa and Ivan IV's first wife. She was remembered as a gentle influence on Ivan, and after her death, his rule became far more brutal. So her name may hint at the ideas we might see in her story. Losing family, the hope of someone's survival, the pain that remains after someone you love is taken from you, and perhaps resurrection? The Tsaritsa says she sees divine blessings as something worse than death. She talks about 2 examples of false rescues. Driftwood gives a drowning person something to hold on to, but it might not actually save them. False warmth can comfort someone who's freezing, but it doesn't actually keep them alive. To her, that's what the gods do. They offer something that looks like salvation or rescue, but only on their terms. So who is she trying to save? The teaser
Her
surprisingly
son?
revealed that the Tsaritsa has a son, and his design might give us our first clue about where the Tsaritsa's family tragedy really began.
Oh shoot,
After
I
the
forgot
cataclysm, the
to
Tsaritsa changed
notice
drastically.
that.
She apparently
I forgot to like mention this, but for those who like don't know, hold on. Where? There we go. If you guys didn't realize, look at his eyes. You see how they're star-shaped? Most Conrias have star-shaped eyes, and this boy has a star-shaped eyes. So he's definitely like half Conria, and maybe the third descender was also from Conria. Hold on, I'm gonna keep watching
and his
this
design
video
might
and
give
let's
us our
see.
first clue about where the Tsaritsa's family tragedy really began. After the cataclysm, the Tsaritsa changed drastically. She apparently cut ties with the other Archons and became far colder and more distant than she had been before.
Yep,
So
Venti mentioned
something must
that.
have happened to her 500 years ago that changed her this much, around the same time Conria was destroyed. If her son is half Fae and half Conrian, he may have been caught in Renova's punishment after the cataclysm.
Yep.
That could mean he faced the same kind of fate as Bear, the curse of the wilderness which turns people into hillchurls. And the
Yep.
notion makes the next scene a lot darker. When Anastasia touches him, he turns into snow. Maybe she sees the curse beginning to take hold and realizes he's about to lose himself and potentially everything that makes him her son. So instead of letting the transformation finish, she might have used cryo to stop it. She freezes him in place, hoping it will buy
Damn,
her time to find a
wait.
cure. But there is another possibility.
Yeah, I saw someone mention that what if she like froze her son into like a cryo chamber, like she like freezes her son completely in order to prevent the hilichurl transformation happening. Ooh, that is damn. It's actually very sad and dark when you think about it, you know? You just like you tend to like notice that your child is like getting caught into like a big of a mess that the shades causes, and you see how the effects are happening to people who are half Conrian and how it could happen to your child, and in order to prevent that, you just completely frozen them still, like freezing them completely, and like and they've been like that for like many years and centuries. Man.
What if the Tsaritsa's son is Hyperborean? At first, the star-shaped pupils make you think Conry, of course. But Sutervoinen's story gives us another explanation. Sutervoinen was the voyager who came to Tevat from outer space, fell in love with Goitar, the first angel, and helped lead Hyperborea's rebellion against Celestia. Sutervoinen's mind actually travels across the stars, and she possessed the body of a Hyperborean boy. And that boy is specifically described as having star-shaped pupils. So star pupils aren't only a Conrian trait, it seems. They might also be an older trait connected to Hyperborea and its surviving bloodlines. The heavenly principles spoiled her love in a way that feels very similar to what happened to Koitar and Sutervoinen. They were separated and had their memories wiped. But there might be an even bigger connection here, and Hyperborea could be part of Conria's ancient history. Conria was founded by refugees after the War of Funerary Flame, the war between the heavenly principles and the Dragon King Nibelung thousands of years ago, the same war that saw the fall of the moons. So it's possible that survivors of descendants of ancient civilizations like Hyperborea helped form the later nation of Conria. I don't mean to say that every Conrian is Hyperborean, but that Conria might have descended from Hyperborea and nations like it. Nations that were once part of the unified civilization of the heavenly principles from thousands of years ago. Which is honestly kind of crazy because one of my earliest Genshin videos ever covered the idea that Conria may have descended from the unified ancient civilization. So if the Tsaritsa is the child's mother, Who is the
Yeah,
father?
who is the
I do want to
father?
talk about an intrusive thought I had while going over the teaser. If there's a possibility that the Saritsa's lover is Conrian, could it be Dainsleif? Probably.
I saw posts. I definitely saw posts of people saying that Dainsleif is the father. I just like I definitely saw posts related to it.
Be Dainsleif? Probably, hopefully, a cracked
Nah, I don't
Otherwise,
know.
I guess the Saritsa and I are sister wives. I gave birth to Lohan and Vodyanitsa, and she gave birth to her starry-eyed son. So, Dainsleif was Conria's royal guard captain before the Cataclysm, and Anastasia became the Saritsa a little after that. So the timeline works, I guess? It would also explain why Renova is so important in the scene. If Dainsleif was a father, then Anastasia's family would have been caught in Renova's curse. Dainsleif was forced to live on as an immortal wanderer, while their child was cursed to be a Hilichurl. It also fits why she sees divine blessings as worse than death. Dainsleif is one of the clearest examples of immortality becoming torture. It's crazy because in the Travail trailer, Dainsleif says, "Defeat me, command me to step aside, show me that you are worthier than I to rescue her. Then the threads of all fate will be yours to reweave. My memory has all but faded completely, but I will always remember how much she too loved these flowers." If Dainsleif was the father of this child, then rescue her might be referring to the Saritsa. Again, this is just a crack
Yeah, remember,
theory.
folks,
But there's
it's just a
definitely
theory.
possibility that the father is a Conrian given the timeline. But I
It's
think
just
we
a
have
theory.
a lot more setup for another possibility. That the father of her child is the third descender, Satalainen. In Hymns of the Far North, Satalainen travels to court the beautiful daughter of Pakaisuko. Pakaisuko agrees to let them marry only if Satalainen opens the gates of Puyola for him. Satalainen knows it's a trap and that the heavenly principles will punish him, but he goes anyway because otherwise Pakaisuko would send his daughter to suffer the punishment instead. In Puyola, the heavenly principles kills and carves Satalainen into 7 pieces. Later lore says the third descender's remains are the 7 Gnosis. The
Yep.
hymn ends by saying Pakaisuko's daughter will never be wed. This theory works if we assume Pakaisuko's daughter was Anastasia before she became the Saritsa, which is insanely sad. The heavenly principles
Yeah.
took the person she loved, cut him into 7 pieces, and made those pieces into symbols of its authority over Tevat. The Saritsa has been trying to take every piece back. Also, Satalainen doesn't have to be Conrian for this theory to work. Star-shaped pupils could be a trait that goes all the way back to Tevat's ancient unified civilization long before Conria. There's also the disturbing possibility that not only did the Saritsa lose her lover and child, it's that the heavenly principles caused or something may have happened to take her memories away. That would make the photograph
Yeah,
incredibly
hold
important.
on. Yeah, if you guys didn't catch it, yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah, bro, she has to flower her son. Yeah, this is, bro, Snezhnaya is gonna make me cry. I could definitely, bro, there's a guaranteed chance of Snezhnaya is gonna make me cry. Oh no.
Not only did the Saritsa lose her lover and
Oh, no.
child, it's that the heavenly principles caused or something may have happened to take her memories away. That would make the photograph incredibly important. Renova cutting a figure out of the family photo could be symbolic. He may have been removed from Anastasia's memory or the world's memory, literally removed out of existence. She's left with a wound where a person should be. It's almost like he or her family never existed. There's just a little bit of a time discrepancy that I need the story to explain. Satalainen supposedly died thousands of years ago before the Archon War. His body parts, aka the Gnosis, were essentially used as trophies for the winning Archons. So his death alone doesn't really explain why the Saritsa became suddenly cold only 500 years ago.
Yeah.
A memory wipe could technically explain why she seemed to respond so late to Satalainen's death. This would parallel what happened to Koitar and Suter Voinen. Something during the Cataclysm could have caused her to finally remember her lover and her child. Or something happened to her child 500 years ago to cause such an extreme character change. And as a side note, Satalainen may have also gone by the name Ajax, which could have huge implications for Child who was named after him. But now that fate seems more open-ended after Irminsul burned, Child might not be doomed to the same tragic ending as his namesake. I'm really hoping they explore this connection in the Archon quests. So the Cataclysm might have not been the Saritsa's first run-in with Celestia and the Heavenly Principles. It was just the moment she realized Celestia would keep taking people from her unless she fought back. And weirdly enough, she might not be fighting alone, but Rhindaughter or Nibirius might be helping her? In the teaser, we see the Saritsa finally facing Renova at the frozen Kresnik's
Yeah, there's her
torch.
weapon.
Renova is the ruler of death and represents the system Anastasia is fighting against. Not to mention, Renova and the Heavenly Principles probably had a hand in what happened to her child and her lover. Also, Noi is kind of suspicious because why does he have what looks like Renova's portals
Yeah,
tattooed on
I
his
saw
neck?
people
It would
talking
be
about
wild
that,
if
how
there was
the
actually a
neck
group
looks
of Fae who
similar
were
to
loyal
it.
to Renova or even acted as her emissaries. I'm sure some of them were probably not happy when the Saritsa took over. Meanwhile, Rhine-Daughter is at the opposite side of this conflict. While Renova represents death, Rhine-Daughter through Niburius is connected to life and creation. Rhine-Daughter understands how to create life and cross boundaries that most of Teyvat treats as impossible. But her creations have shown us that making life doesn't always lead to something good. It can be beautiful, but it can also be tragic or monstrous. I love the prospect of them interacting so much because Rhine-Daughter is technically also a mother. So she may understand exactly what Anastasia wants, but that doesn't mean she fully agrees with her methods. But Anastasia might need her help, maybe creating new vessels for her child and her dead lover perhaps? The Saritsa and Rhine-Daughter are playing chess with the Gnosis. Notably, the Geonosis and the Cryonosis are still active on the board. Zhongli does still have the contract to end all contracts, and we still don't completely know
We
what
still
that
don't know
entails.
what that means.
Rhine-Daughter warns her, however. The Saritsa may think she's beating Celestia at its own game, but what happens if she succeeds? Let's say she collects all 7 Gnosis, defeats Celestia, and becomes the new supreme authority over Teyvat. At that point, she didn't really destroy the system, right? She just took Celestia's place. Or maybe she does destroy Celestia, but only by sacrificing the world or Snezhnaya in the process. And that brings us back to Transcendence. The goal has to be finding a new way to end the system without making someone else its new ruler. Transcendence might mean escaping the need for any god, shade, archon, or divine system to decide what people are allowed to do in the first place. The story has already shown that the rules of the world are not completely fixed. Natlan's Night Kingdom works differently from ordinary ley lines. There's no more Irminsul, it's been replaced by Aru now, and that may be where the Traveler comes in. The Traveler is a
that's where we
descender,
played
a
a
being that
bigger
stands
role.
outside Teyvat's system and fate itself. They can remember truths that systems like Irminsul or Aru might erase or distort, which thematically is huge if Anastasia's tragedy might involve altered memories or false versions of her loved ones. So what could the Snezhnaya Archon quest look like? The Traveler may arrive in the middle of a national crisis. Project Stuja is draining resources, the cold is getting worse, and people don't seem to agree on what the project is really for. There could be shortages, fear, distrust toward the Fatui, and growing tension over whether Snezhnaya is being protected or sacrificed. Then Pulcinella might try to extend Project Stuja, which could be the moment things finally explode. A resistance movement may rise up, possibly involving Alosia and Vodinitsa. The stakes might become impossible to ignore once Snezhnaya's Kresnik's torch is threatened or goes out. At that point, people may literally freeze while its leaders basically take a gamble.
Dude, it's gonna be crazy, dude. Snezhnaya is gonna be
needed to challenge the heavenly principles and the
crazy.
system that governs Teyvat itself. After that, we may finally
Wow.
learn what happened to Anastasia's family, her lover, her child, and
looking
whatever
forward to
false
it.
divine
This is gonna be
blessing made her
amazing.
lose faith in the rules of the world. And then the conflict becomes bigger than Snezhnaya. Renova and Rhine-Daughter may reveal that Anastasia's plan could threaten the world as we know it. But even then, the Traveler may have to push back against both sides. They can't escape the current world, where divine laws can curse people or force them to suffer. But they also can't accept a new reality without anyone being given a choice. With the Traveler's help, the Saritsa needs to create a place where Celestia's rules no longer have jurisdiction. Snezhnaya doesn't need to become the new Celestia. It needs to become a place or create a state of being where Celestia can no longer decide what's valid, an Elysium. But there's still something deeply unsettling about the third descender. Skirk warns that the Gnosis are objects of misfortune because once someone dies, their bonds with the world can turn into curses. And the Gnosis were made from the third descender's remains. So what happens if those remains still carry something of him? His will, his grief, or even his resentment toward the being who turned his body into the foundation of Celestia's new order. Maybe the third descender isn't truly gone, no matter how hard they might have tried to write him out of existence. And if he ever returns, he definitely has every reason to turn against Celestia and the whole world, should he choose to. I can't believe I've been covering Genshin lore for over 4 years now, and somehow we're already this close to Snezhnaya. It feels so unreal.
We're not
and
even in
hopefully
the end
Playable
game
Games
because
isn't
we
too far
still
behind,
have
right?
Conria
This teaser
left
dropped
though.
at
Because
midnight, and I
after
still haven't slept, so forgive me for getting a little sentimental. But genuinely, thank you so much for being here and for sticking with me for all this time. I really can't wait to see where this journey goes next, and I can't wait to unravel every new lore thread and theory with you all. And as always, it's been, and always will be, a pleasure to be your leafy lorekeeper Minslif, who reads the Genshin Impact lore so that you don't have to.
we love you, Mint Sleeve. Like, I was gonna say, like, we're not even at the end of the game because we still have Conria left, and then after that, where do we go next? So, like, because Conria is still next after that, believe it or not. So, the possibilities are, like, endless now. Well, that's about it. Thank you guys for coming to stream. Hope you guys had a great rest of your day. And until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.